Learning about sample spaces today. Sample spaces are important because we need to understand how to find them in order to deal with problems that deal with probability. In the first problem that you have in your notes, it says that there's some breakfast items that you can choose from. The first item is whether you want scrambled eggs or fried. Then it gives you the option of choosing bacon or sausage. And the third option is what kind of bread you want, biscuits, pancakes, or waffles. To solve this, we have two ways that we can do this. The first way is we're going to make this chart, okay? What this looks like, it's kind of like a graphic organizer. And basically what your note says is we start by putting our first option, which is the eggs. Do I want scrambled or fried? Then from here, I have two more options. I have to choose between bacon and sausage. So from here, I drew two lines and I put bacon and sausage. From fried eggs, I put bacon and sausage. And then from there, I have three more choices I can make. I can choose waffles, pancakes, or biscuits. So for this, I can put biscuits, pancakes, waffles, biscuits, pancakes, waffles, so on, so on. And if you see, each of these, if you go straight across, each of these is an option. I can get scrambled eggs with bacon and a biscuit, or I can get scrambled eggs with bacon and pancakes, scrambled eggs with bacon and waffles, so on. So if I count how many I have here on the right-hand side, I get a total of 12 different options for choosing my breakfast. We can also set this up in a table. I personally prefer the other way with the web, but in this case, if the table is better for you, you can use it. Basically, you start by putting eggs, meat, and bread. Those are the three different options I have, and you start by changing things. So I started by first choosing just scrambled eggs, and then I made the meat bacon, and all I did is I changed biscuits, pancake, waffles. Then to go to the next one, I changed what meat I wanted. I changed it to sausage. I still kept the eggs the same though because I need to make sure I'm only changing one thing at a time. So I changed the meat and I got sausage with scrambled eggs, biscuits, pancakes, and waffles. And I would continue. Then I would try, now I can change the eggs to be fried. So fried with bacon and then biscuits, pancake, waffles, so on, so on. And you would also end up with a total of 12 different combinations. In example 1 of your notes, they say that the price of an MP3 is a combination of the numbers 1, 2, and 3. Now they do say that the 1, 2, and 3 cannot repeat within itself. Therefore, I wrote 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to write what's my next choice. Since I already used 1, I can get the number 2 and the number 3. In the second one, since I used 2, I can have 3 or 1. And then with number 3, I can have the number 2 or the number 1. Okay? If I go back to my first option, I chose 1 and 2. The third number has to be 3 because it cannot repeat within itself. Then 1, 3, so the third number has to be 2. Then for 2, 3, the next number has to be 1. And then for 2, 1, the next number has to be 3. So on, so on. 3, 2 would be 1, and 3, 1 would be 2. So if I counted how many I ended up over here, I end up with 2, 4, 6 different choices of combinations of these numbers that I could come up with. In example 2, they say that there's 3 questions that are true and false, and they want to know what are the different answer choices that you can come up with. So for the first question, I made a table for this. You can also do a web. I just wanted to show you how to make a table. So for the first question, I'm going to answer true or false. For the second question, I can answer true or false, or true or false. For the third question, I have true or false again, but it's following like this. Since I already answered true, I have the option of answering true or false, and then the third one can be true or false, so on, so on. So it's kind of like a table combined with a web. So I have True, 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 false, true, false, true, true, false, false. These are go on, so on, are all the different combinations of these answer choices for these 3 questions. So in total, if I count my right-hand side, I have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 different total choices, different answer combinations that I could have come up with. This should say, example 3, it says Richard needs to unload a dishwasher, feed the dogs, and do his homework. And they want to know what are the different order that he can do these things. So I started by doing dish, dogs, and homework. So he can do the dishes, and then he can do feed the dog, and then do his homework. Or he can do the dishes, do his homework, and then feed the dog. So let's continue. He can feed the dog, or do his homework, or do the dishes, and then do the dishes. He can feed the dog, do the dishes, and then his homework. Okay? Then he can do his homework, feed the dog, and then do the dishes. Or he can do his homework, do the dishes, and then feed the dog. So now that I have all the different combinations, I can count. I have 2, 4, 6. 6 different combinations that he can do this. Sorry. Okay, so I want you now to try number 4 and 5 with your partners.